Attention Taraba! Here is a public service announcement to all youth groups and organizations in Taraba State. The Senior Special Assistant to the Governor of Taraba State on Youth Affairs, in collaboration with the Special Advisor, Youth Empowerment and the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Taraba State Chapter, invites all youth groups in the state to register for Taraba State Youth Transformation Initiative. Registration is free. The Taraba Youth Transformation Initiative is strategically designed to identify and equip youth groups with skills to enhance youth development. Registration will take place in all the 168 political wards in Taraba State. Registration starts 31st of March 2025. Venue: all local government secretariats across the state. Don't miss out. Register your youth groups today and take a step towards unlocking your full potentials. Join us and let's build a brighter future for Taraba youths. Ambassador Emmanuel George, JP, SSA.
Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need loan to grow your business? At Taraba Business Development Center, we offer both business and personal loan with flexible repayment plan. We are located in different parts of Taraba State. Jalingo branch, opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Amarua Way, 090-3134-4333. Zing branch, Zenith Bank agent beside College of Education, Zing, 070-3125-2559. Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need loan to grow your business? At Taraba Business Development Center, we offer both business and personal loan with flexible repayment plan. We are located in different parts of Taraba State. Jalingo branch, opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Amarua Way, 090-3134-4333. Zing branch, Zenith Bank agent beside College of Education, Zing, 070-3125-2559.
When a tanker bearing fuel falls or an underground pipe bearing fuel bursts, what do you do? Scooping fuel in your bucket or running far away from impending fire? You have a few seconds to take the wisest decision. Walk away? No, that is not enough. Shift? No, that is not enough. Stay there and gist and take shots with your phone? That is madness. Run. Yes, run away. Yes, your life depends on your action. The flames come suddenly, unexpected but uncontrollable. Why? Fuel is highly inflammable. Why? It just requires a spark to set off a ravaging inferno. So, don't stay there to think. Storm away to live. Do not throw away your life in anguish for meaningless fuel siphoning. Be advised.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call
Attention Taraba! Here is a public service announcement to all youth groups and organizations in Taraba State. The Senior Special Assistant to the Governor of Taraba State on Youth Affairs, in collaboration with the Special Advisor, Youth Empowerment and the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Taraba State Chapter, invites all youth groups in the state to register for Taraba State Youth Transformation Initiative. Registration is free. The Taraba Youth Transformation Initiative is strategically designed to identify and equip youth groups with skills to enhance youth development. Registration will take place in
On the major headlines. Gombe State is on the verge of a major industrial breakthrough as the electricity substation at the Muhammadu Buhari Industrial Park nears completion. Dr. Gali Mustafa Tijani, the representative for Ajingi Albasu Gaya Federal Constituency in Kano State, has distributed food items worth 470 million naira to his constituents as Ramadan palliative. Emeritus Catholic Archbishop of Abuja, John Cardinal Onyekang, has urged Nigerian political leaders to exercise power responsibly, warning against abuses that disregard the welfare of citizens. On the international scene, Pakistan Army has successfully thwarted an infiltration attempt by Islamic militants among the country's western border with Afghanistan. In business news, Delta State has secured a 1 billion naira intervention fund from the European Investment Bank to address environmental challenges. From the sport decks, Swan pledges media support for 2025 African Women's Club Volleyball Championship. My name is Bridget James. Now the news in full. Gombe State is on the verge of a major industrial breakthrough as the electricity substation at the Muhammadu Buhari Industrial Park nears completion. The project is a key initiative of Governor Muhammadu Inuwa Yahya, aims to provide stable power for industries and boost economic growth. Kamal Hamajo reports from Gombe.
The electricity substation at the Muhammadu Buhari Industrial Park in Dadinkowa, Gombe, is nearly completion. The installation of 132 kV bay extension, gantry towers, beams, and other critical components has been successfully completed. According to Ismaila Ubamisli, Director General Press Affairs at Government House Gombe, who posted on his Facebook account, the remaining interconnection works will soon be finalized. He described the project as a significant milestone in the industrial park development. Misli stated that Governor Muhammadu Inuwa Yahya established the Muhammadu Buhari Industrial Park to drive economic growth, attract investment, and create job opportunities. He said the governor made it a priority to ensure a stable and independent power supply, addressing one of the biggest challenges to industrial growth in Nigeria. With reliable electricity, the park aims to boost productivity and support industries such as manufacturing and agro-processing, positioning Gombe State as a competitive destination for investors. The Muhammadu Buhari Industrial Park is expected to create thousands of jobs and further boost Gombe State's status as a key industrial hub in the northeastern states. From Gombe, Kamal Hamajo, Sum TV News.
Council for Sharia in Nigeria and the Muslim Public Affairs Center have condemned Bishop Wilfred Chikpa and Nagbo of the Catholic Diocese of Makurdi for spreading alleged falsehoods about Islamizations and Christians' persecutions in Nigeria. In a separate statement, SCSN Secretary General Dr. Nafiu Baba Ahmed and MPAC Executive Chairman Diso Kamar called on the federal government to investigate and prosecute the bishop for claims made before the U.S. House Foreign Affairs Committee. Dr. Baba Ahmed described Anagba's statement as misleading and decisive, arguing that insecurity in Nigeria is driven by insurgency, banditry, and ethnic conflicts affecting both Christians and Muslims. He urged Christian leaders to reject inflammatory rhetoric and promote peace. Kamo also dismissed the bishop's claim, questioning the logic of suggesting that a 2% minority could threaten a 98% minority Christians, majority states like Benue. Both groups reiterated their commitment to countering misinformation and fostering national unity. The Taraba State House of Assembly has approved executive request to assess the sum of 350 billion naira bonds from the United Capital and Investment House. This followed an executive communication sent to the House by Governor Agbu Kefers. Some TV correspondents
in his communication to the House, the Governor, Dr. Abu Kefas, explained that the funds is meant for developmental projects as contained in the approved 2025 budget to fund critical areas such as health, biotechnology, waste management, tourism and energy, among others. He said this would enhance his administration's philosophy on fiscal accountability, transparency, value for resources and open governance. According to him, it is in line with the Council's approval that the state will assess 350 billion naira bonds from the issuing houses in the capital market, which will be released in tranches of 20 billion naira over the period of 5 to 7 years. In a debate on the executive request, the members representing Karim 1, Mike Diogen, and that of Takum 1, Abubakar Tanko Yusuf, both show support for the subject matter, outlining its importance to the growth and development of the state.
Honourable members, I remain Honourable Dr. Mike Diogen, member representing Karim 1 constituency. Mr. Speaker, the idea of this bill before us or later before us is very paramount to Taraba State in general and to Karim Lamido in particular. I stand here to argue that it is very, very necessary for us to consider this request to enable those of us that are in overseas, especially Karim Lamido, that has no access to any of the facilities mentioned in the letter, particularly road construction. You are aware, Mr. Speaker, that Karim Lamido was created in 1976, and up to now, there is no access road to Karim Lamido. So this is the only last opportunity that for us in Karim Lamido have. If this one passes us, we don't know when it will come. I have the belief that on several occasions that His Excellency promised that Karim Lamido will be considered in this budget for the road construction. And it is my opinion that this will be done, and other facilities that we lack. So also other local governments that do not have. I think of the 16 local government, very few local.
Also contributing, the member representing Banga constituency, Abel Peter Dia, also concurred with his colleagues, adding that there should be an amendment to that document to include the needs for electrifying the central zone of the state, which has been a major need of the zone.
I represent Mbanga State constituency. Mr. Speaker, while I adopt the position of the two gentlemen as my own position, I will go further to say that one, Mr. Speaker, the question, the man asking for this loan, can he be trusted? Yes. Has he demonstrated in the past that he's a gentleman who can keep his word? Yes. So this bond, as far as we are concerned, Mr. Speaker, is timely and is for the betterment of Taraba State. Mr. Speaker, if you look at our budget 2025, there are very important aspects that were not captured in the budget. And now that we have opportunity, we have an approval before us, it will not be out of place if we smuggle in things that we feel are very important for the development of Taraba State. And it is important that, Mr. Speaker, I move to make amendment in his request to also include the electrification or the connection of the entire central zone. That is Bali, Sardauna, Gashaka, and Kurmi, Gasol to national grid. And this should be included as part of his request. It's an amendment I am making to his request, Mr. Speaker, because it is only the central zone in Taraba State that we are not.
Following the debate, the House collectively approved the request, including the amendment, after which the Speaker, John Kizito Benzema, directed the Clerk of the House, Salmona Emosani, to communicate the Governor that decision of the House.
One to only rely on what is coming from the Federation account. I'm sorry, you will not do anything. Just like the members that contributed said, there is high inflation. What you can do in 5 years back with 1 billion, you cannot do it today, even with 5 billion. So it is necessary as a governor who cares for his people to look outside the box and find other means so that he can work for his people. Taraba State is not the only state. Other most sincerely for this, and Majority Leader, you can now move the motion for adoption. For this amendment, those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. Ayes have it. Now the resolution you are going to write to the executive, ensure that you include the submission. Thank you.
In another development, the Taraba State Housing Corporation Establishment Bill 2025 has scaled through first reading on the floor of the State House of Assembly. The bill, which aims at facilitating the provision of houses and other buildings of the public and the provision of greater access to affordable housing facilities in the state, was read for the first time by the clerk, Mrs. Salmona Emosani.
The Taraba State Housing Corporation Establishment Bill 2025, first reading.
The Taraba State Housing Corporation Establishment Bill 2025, first reading taken.
The Speaker, John Kizito Bonzena, then referred the bill to the Rules and Business Committee for further legislative actions.
Dr. Gali Mustafa Tijani, the representative for Ajingi Albasu and Gaya Federal Constituency in Kano State, has distributed food items worth 470 million naira to its constituents as Ramadan palliative. The initiative aims to alleviate economic hardship caused by inflation and rising living costs. The relief effort included 4 trucks of rice, 4 trucks of maize, flour, and 2 trucks of spaghetti, benefiting residents across the 3 local government areas of the state. Additionally, 30 million naira in grants was provided to support entrepreneurship. Dr. Tijani, who also chairs the House Committee on Ethics and Privileges, emphasized that the initiative reflects this commitment to community welfare. He outlined plans for further constituency development, including youth empowerment and infrastructure projects, as a part of his 2025 agenda. Community leaders praised the intervention, acknowledging its role in improving livelihoods and reinforcing public service commitment. Emeritus Catholic Archbishop of Abuja, John Cardinal Onyekan, has urged Nigerians' political leaders to exercise power responsibility, warning against abuses that disregards the welfare of citizens. Speaking at the 17th St. Patrick Edo Delta Catholic Community Feast Day in Abuja, he reminded officials that power is held in trust for God and that they would be held accountable. Onyekan cautioned that regardless of how leaders attain office, whether through coups, election rigging, or court ruling, they must govern with justice and fairness. He criticized the tendency of some politicians to justify wrongdoings through court judgments, emphasizing that divine justice remains infallible. He also condemned efforts to silence citizens amidst economic hardship, stating that people have the right to voice their suffering. Drawing from biblical history, he likened Nigerian situations to that of the Israelites in Egypt, warning that oppression does not last forever and divine intervention is inevitable. The cleric urged prayers for leaders while reminding them for governance is a responsibility, not an entitlement. The event was attended by dignitaries including Senator Victor Omei and the Dean of Akpo, Benjamin Ikechukwu, and many others. Governor Agbo Kavers has reaffirmed his commitment to supporting the judiciary in dispensing its policies for the progress of Taraba State. This commitment was emphasized during his visit to the Taraba State High Court of Justice in Jalingo, where he pledged to strengthen the relationship between the executives and the judiciary. Some TV correspondent files in the report.
The governor of Taraba State, Dr. Abu Kifas, has pledged to remodel the State High Court complex to provide a conducive environment for judicial officers to discharge their duties. The governor made the pledge on Monday when he embarked on a walking visit to the Taraba State High Court of Justice and the House of Assembly complex in Jalingo. During the walking visit on Monday, the governor's first point of call was the High Court complex Jalingo, where he addressed judicial officers and said his visit was a follow-up to the workshop recently held and cements the relationship between executives and the judicial arms of government, as well as ensure checks and balances to operate through democracy and ensure good governance. Governor Abu Kifas said the recent workshop set a clear agenda for good governance and that all arms of government have to collaborate to make the state a better place.
I don't regret coming here because my eyes have opened to so many things. What I've seen here, especially the condition of the High Court complex, is unacceptable. So we'll do everything possible to remodel and renovate this place. Also, I'm aware that some judges are not feeling too well, and I've spoken to the Chief Judge that there will be need for us to support all the judges and the magistrates to go and make it. So the Chief Judge will work that out so that we can see the support we can give. With limited resources we have, we'll keep supporting ourselves so that we'll stay alive to work for the good people of Taraba State. Other issues that we raised will be looked into with time, because we can't solve all the problems in one day. We take it gradually and as we have resources. My Lord, other judges that are here, my visit here, as I said earlier, is a follow-up to the workshop that we had. And also I'm here to cement the relationship. Not every time you come to, because the three arms of government must work together. Everybody having their responsibility so that there will be checks and balance. And at the end of the day, we will be operating through democracy. If the relationship between us is very, very necessary and important for the spirit of good governance and democratic values. My Lord, you will agree with me that the recently concluded workshop set a clear agenda for good governance and adherence to democratic values. And we will not only stop at the workshop venue, we have to follow it up.
He took time to brief the gathering about his administration's unwavering commitment to revamping the education and health sector, as well as providing the needed infrastructure to move the state forward. He told the judicial officers that his administration has recorded a milestone in the area of development of the Taraba Master Plan, which will be implemented in the interest of the state. He urged the judicial officers to ensure the dispensation of justice, accountability, and sound governance, even as he reaffirmed his administration's commitment to a better Taraba State. Taraba State Chief Judge, Justice Philippus Joel Agia, acknowledged the governor's continuous support, noting that the judiciary has received over 100% increase in the running costs under Governor Abu Kefa's administration.
By ensuring fair dispute resolution, upholding rights, and bringing culprits to justice, the judiciary contributes to citizen trust and social peace. To be able to perform its functions, the judiciary must be independent of the other branches of government, that is, the legislature and the executive. It must also be free from political influence and bias. The concept of the independence of the judiciary is one of the key factors that distinguishes a democratic government from other systems of government. It protects the weak from the powerful, the minority from the majority, the poor from the rich, and even the citizens from the excesses of some overzealous government officials. The judiciary can hardly be said to be independent without financial autonomy. Section 121, subsection 3, paragraph B of the 1999 Constitution as altered provides that any amount standing to the credit of the judiciary of the state in the consolidated revenue fund of the state shall be paid directly to the heads of the courts concerned. Even though the provision of section 121, subsection 3, paragraph B of the Constitution is yet to be implemented, Your Excellency has, however, on the assumption of duty in May 2023, raised the running costs of the judiciary by more than 100%. Though this running cost is meant for recurrent expenditure, we have, however, deployed part of the running cost for infrastructural developments, which is capital expenditure, in all the judicial divisions of the High Court as follows. In the headquarters in Jalingo, as Your Excellency was driving in, you see the road network within the High Court premises has been asphalted. We have installed solar lights within the premises. Those who would like to come in here in the night will testify to this. In the Okare Judicial Division, we completed the renovation of the residence of the High Court Judge. We have also installed solar lights within the High Court premises and the residence of the High Court Judge,
which has facilitated infrastructural development across all judicial divisions. Justice Agia appealed to the governor to rebuild the Judicial Service Commission's office complex, which was destroyed by fire 10 years ago. He also requested the creation of additional judicial divisions in Bali, Zing, and Kari Lamido to alleviate the workload on existing judges. At the Taraba State House of Assembly, Jalingo, the governor solicited the collaboration of the legislative arm of government, especially to draft developmental policies. He urged the legislature to carry out their oversight functions in tandem with the executive arm. The Speaker of the Taraba State House of Assembly, retired Honorable John Kizito Banzena, said the visit demonstrates his love for the legislative arms of government. He said Dr. Abu Kefas was the first governor to pay a walking visit to the Assembly and assured him of the partnership of the legislators to achieve his developmental objectives. He appreciated the governor for remodeling the housing complex, releasing funds for training members, and supporting them to be with their people and carry out some projects. The governor was accompanied on the visit by top government functionaries.
The Minister of Solids and Mineral Resources Development, Dr. Dele Alake, government's commitment to eradicating illegal mining through the expansion of mining marshals operations nationwide. Speaking at the press conference marking the one-year anniversary of the corps, Alake highlighted its significant impact in curbing unauthorized mining activities and restoring investors. It is disclosed the marshals have conducted enforcement operations in 10 states and the Federal Capital Territory, leading to 327 arrests, 143 prosecutors, and the recovery of 98 mining sites, despite logistical challenges. He assured that increased budgetary allocations in 2025 will enhance the Corps' operational capacity. The recent approval of 2.5 billion naira for satellite surveillance will further boost security in the sector. Alake commended the mining marshals' leadership and reiterated the government's resolve to eliminate illegal mining and enhance revenue generations from the sector. Police in Adamawa State have launched an investigation into the killing of a 35-year-old POS operator, Abbas Yuguda, who was mobbed in Mayo Belwa local government area, according to Adamawa Police Command spokesperson SP Suleiman Guroje. A suspect identified as Umar SNU has been arrested. He was rescued by officers after being attacked by an angry mob for the alleged involvement in the incident. Yuguda was reportedly ambushed by groups wielding weapons. On March 22nd, while heading home from work, police operatives rushed him to Carthage Hospital, Mayo Belwa, where he was later confirmed dead. The arrested suspect is currently receiving medical attention and assisting in the investigation. The United Methodist Church of Nigeria has installed Bishop Ande Ireyang Emmanuel as its new leader during a ceremony at the UMCN annual conference in Nagatava, themed "Behold, I am doing a new thing." The conference gathered clergy and faithful from Nigeria and Cameroon to witness this historic transition. Some TV correspondent has the details.
United Methodist Church Nigeria UMCN has installed Bishop Ande Ireyang Emmanuel as its new leader during a ceremony at the UMCN annual conference in Nagatava. Team, behold, I'm doing a new thing. The conference gathered clergy and faithful from Nigeria and Cameroon to witness this historical transition. In his inaugural address, Bishop Emmanuel called for unity and unwavering faith. He urged members to uphold Christian values.
Members of the United Methodist Church are peace-loving people. Over the years, leadership challenges have been so reason why things have not been going the way it should in this church. But now we are witnessing transformation. We are seeing change, and we are seeing people coming together to be united for the Lord Jesus Christ. So the message for our members and the message for the public is the prayer of Jesus Christ, that they may be one. So unity in the body of Jesus Christ, unity in the United Methodist Church, peace in the United Methodist Church, peace among Christians is the cardinal point of this.
The event also featured the audition of 65 new ministers, including 7 deacons and 58 elders. Addressing the newly ordained, Bishop Emmanuel charged them to spread the gospel with integrity. Guest speaker Dr. Philip Micah Dogba, Dean of the UMC Southern Conference, challenged pastors to be exemplary. The conference concluded the adoption of 25 resolutions reinforcing the church's stance on moral and doctrinal issues under Bishop Emmanuel's leadership. UMCN embarks on a renowned mission of faith and growth. From Taraba State, Teresa Ayuba reporting for Som TV.
The governor of Taraba State, Agbo Kefas, has reiterated his commitment to fostering a strong and cooperative relationship between the executive and legislative arm of government. This was emphasized during his follow-up visit to the Taraba State House of Assembly, where he expressed gratitude to lawmakers for their active participation in recently concluded workshop for government officials. Kebbi State Government Dr. Nasir Idris has urged residents to remain calm following a cerebrospinal mining outbreak that claims the lives of 6 students at the Kebbi State University of Science and Technology. Alero, the university public relations officer, Mustafa Ango, confirmed the death and conveyed the vice-chancellor's condolences to the affected families. He stated that the university swiftly responded by forming a specialized committee reporting the outbreak to state health authorities and collaborating with organizations like WHO and UNICEF. Despite the outbreak, the universities chose not to shut down to prevent panic, particularly among non-indigenous students. The state government has assured the public that the situation is under control, with Governor Idris directing the Ministry of Health to take immediate action. The Osun State government has dismissed claims of a disruption in local government services, assuring that education and health care remains unaffected. In a statement by the Governor Ademola Adeleke's spokesperson, Olawale Rashid, the administration described the allegations as misinformation from the opposition, reaffirming that schools and health centers continue to operate efficiently. The government highlighted its progress in digitalizing administrative services, noting that applications for state of origin and local government identifications have been available online since 2023. It urged the public to disregard false claims and reiterates Adeleke's commitment to good governance. Nigerian travel content creator Alma Asinobi has completed her Guinness World Record attempt to travel across all 7 continents, finishing in 71 hours instead of the intended 60. Asinobi, 26, faced a setback when she was denied entry into Australia due to visa issues. After traveling for over 56 hours, she had successfully crossed 6 continents before being placed on standby for clearance to Perth. Her journey, dubbed Alma Chasing Continents, aimed to raise awareness about passport mobility challenges for Africans. Despite the delay, she concluded the trip as the youngest and only black solo traveler to attempt this record using a Nigerian passport. Residents of Iyin Ekiti in Ifelodun, Irepodun local government are celebrating President Bola Tinubu's approval of a Federal University of Technology and Environmental Sciences in their community. Governor Biodun Ayebanji and other dignitaries visited the Oluyin of Eyin Ekiti, Abba Adiola Akaje, to mark the milestones. Senate leader Okpeyemi Bamidele, who championed the initiative, highlighted its role in deriving technological and environmental advancements. The Education Minister, Dr. Tunji Alause, and Governor Ayebanji emphasized its impact on innovations, job creation, and infrastructure. Community leaders pressed development, noting efforts since 2021 to secure this institution. The university is expected to boost commons employments and Ayin Ekiti status as an educational hub. The National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Person has rescued 7 suspected victims of human trafficking from a popular hotel in Zamaru, Abuja, near the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. The victims allegedly being prepared for exploitation in Baghdad, Iraq, were misled with promises of caregiving jobs Acting on intelligence, NAPTIP arrested the hotel manager and intensified effort to track down the traffickers. The agencies revealed that 6 victims were recruited from Lagos and 1 from Delta. The Director General, Binta Adamu Bello, condemned service providers aiding trafficking and vowed strict enforcement of the law against offenders. NAPTIP has intercepted over 60 suspected trafficking victims in recent months at the Abuja airport, preventing their transfer to high-risk destinations in the Middle East. Firefighters in Kwara State rescued a nursing mother and her 1-year-old child from a farm outbreak at Owolowo, Tanko, Ilorin South Local Government area. The inferno, which occurred at number 8 Ayegbade Street, was reportedly caused by a power surge. The Kwara State Fire Service received an emergency alert at 1:45 p.m. on Thursday and responded swiftly, preventing further damage. The fire affected a 2-flat residential building, damaging the sitting room of 2-bedroom flats. According to a statement by the fire service media officer, Hassan Adekunle, a resident, Mr. Owolabi, noticed the fire and alerted neighbors, enabling the mother and child to escape unharmed. The fire destroyed furniture, electronics, and decorations in the affected rooms. Kwara State Fire Service Director Prince Falade John sympathized with the victims and emphasized the need for fire safety precautions in homes and commercial spaces. He also commended residents for their swift response and urged the public to remain vigilant in emergencies. Governor Hope Uzodinma has presented staff of office to 66 newly recognized traditional rulers in Imo State, warning that their recognitions will be withdrawn if they fail to effectively manage their communities. During the ceremony at the Sam Wakpe Executive Council chambers in Owerri, Uzodinma reminded the monarchs of their duty to foster peace and security, urging them to collaborate with the government rather than compete with local government authorities. He cautioned against false declarations and warned that rulers who fail to reside in their communities or engage in alliances with non-state actors will face consequences. The governor emphasized their role in mobilizing youths to protect their communities and stressed the importance of honesty and justice in maintaining peace. Speaking on behalf of the newly recognized ruler, His Royal Highness Eze Peter Nwabo of Uzwanu Onwema in Oru East Local Government expressed gratitude and pledged their loyalty to the state governments. The event was attended by government officials, ranking monarchs and other dignitaries. Yobe State has been recognized as the top performer in 2024 Subnational Audit Efficiency Index, reaffirming its commitment to fiscal discipline and transparency in governance. The report, compiled by the Paradigm Leadership Support Initiative, placed Yobe ahead of Ekiti and Adamawa, which ranked second and third respectively. The SAE Index assesses accountability in public funds management across Nigeria's 36 states. Yobe's consistent top ranking underscores its prudent financial management. Despite limited allocations and revenue generations, the assessment criteria included audit legal frameworks, publication of annual audit reports, and civil society participations. At the report's launch in Abuja, PLSI Director Olusegun Elemo emphasized the need for sustained transparency in financial management, noting concern over debt lining fiscal accountability following the end of the World Rank Assisted States. Fiscal Transparency, Accountability and Sustainability Program. Governor Maimala Buni's administration has been credited with fostering an independent audit system, ensuring government institutions operate without interference. The State Auditor General Alhaji Mai Aliu Umar attributed the success to the governor's commitment to transparency. The report also highlighted gaps in financial autonomy for state auditors general and the lack of standard performance audit reports across most states. Experts have called for stronger collaboration between government entities and legislative bodies to improve governance. With back-to-back recognitions for accountability, Yobe serves as model for the other states, striving to enhance financial disciplines and transparency. The electricity substation at the Muhammadu Buhari Industrial Park in Dadin Kowa, Gombe is nearing completion with key infrastructure such as the 132 kV bay extension, gantry tower and beam successfully installed. The remaining interconnections and earning works are expected to be finalized soon. The completion of the power infrastructure marks a significant milestone in the park developments, ensuring a stable and independent power supply to derive industrial growth. Governor Muhammadu Inuwa Yaya's vision for the park is to enhance productivity, attract investors, and eliminate the power challenges that have long hindered industrial progress in Nigeria. Designed as an industrial hub, the park is set to host diverse industries including manufacturing, agro-processing, fostering economic growth, job creation and investment in Gombe State and the Northeast region. It is expected to strengthen the state's positions as a leading destination for industrial development in Nigeria. The Social Democratic Party has disowned 30,000 membership cards and registered allegedly being flaunted by a People's Democratic Party aspirant in the 2023 Ogun State governorship election. Ogun SDP chairman Yinka Ola Williams clarified the party's stance during a visit by its 2023 presidential candidate Adewale Adebayo to party members in the state. He emphasized that while the SDP welcomes new members, all entrants must adhere to the party's constitutions and due process. Ola Williams dismissed claims that contested membership materials originated from the party's national secretariat, warning against attempts to hijack the party's structure. He reiterated the SDP's commitment to improving governance, tackling poverty, and enhancing health care and education in Nigeria. The Kogi State government has pledged to collaborate with security agencies to investigate the recent jailbreak at the Federal Correctional Center in Katong Cafe, where 12 inmates are escaped, recaptured, and resisting law enforcement with information. Kogi State Commissioner for Information and Communication, Kingsley Femi Fanwo, described the incident as unfortunate and stressed the need for a thorough probe. Raising concern over possible internal sabotage, he questions how inmates will have escaped through the tower without structural damage, emphasizing the urgency of apprehending the remaining fugitives. Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has directed the state security advisor to coordinate with correctional authorities and security agencies to prevent future breaches. The government also reaffirms its commitment to supporting federal security agencies with logistics and resources to enhance their effectiveness. Fanwo commended the swift response of security forces and urged residents to report suspicious individuals. He warned that anyone found harboring escaped will face legal consequences. Authorities have assured publics that the situation is under control, urging citizens to remain calm as efforts to recapture the remaining inmate intensify. Operative of the Ondo State's Omotekun Corps has arrested and paraded 58 suspected criminals accused of terrorizing the state in recent weeks. Among them, 32 individuals are believed to be involved in kidnapping activities, particularly in Akure and its surrounding areas. Omotekun Corps Commander Adetunji Adeleye confirmed the arrest, highlighting recent surge in criminal incidents across the state. He assured residents that security agencies are working together to curb the menace and enhance public safety. Meanwhile, leaders of the Hausa communities in Ondo State have pledged to collaborate with the Amotekun Corps in efforts to maintain peace and security. Adeyale reaffirms the Corps' commitment to partnering with other security agencies to protect lives and properties across the state. Former Jigawa State Governor and PDP chieftains Alhaji Sule Lamido has urged ex-party leaders who defected to other political groups to return to the PDP to strengthen the party ahead of 2027 elections. Speaking to Jigawa PDP members in Baimane, Lamido emphasized that defeating President Bola Tinubu requires unity rather than emotions or anger. He called on former governors Nasir El-Rufai, Peter Obi, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, and others to rejoin the PDP, stressing that the party remains the foundation of Nigerians' democratic leadership since 1999. Lamido highlighted the worsening socio-economic conditions under the current administrations and urged opposition figures to set aside personal grievances for the collective goals of reclaiming power. He commended PDP members for their resilience and dedications to national interests. Suspected herdsmen attack Okun community in Esan West, Edo State, killing one person and injured others. Eyewitnesses reported that the attackers attempted to kidnap some residents but were met with resistance, while some farmers managed to escape. Others were caught off guard, and one, identified as Mr. Daniel, was fatally shot. Community members lamented the recurring violence, calling a similar attack in February 2025, when a farmer, Malam Bello Abadam, was kidnapped and left for death after suffering severe machete wounds. The emoji of Okun Zaiki Thomas Abirolo Omelagber has called on Governor Monday Opelo, the state police commissioner, and other security agencies to intervene urgently. Meanwhile, the Edo State Police Public Relations Officer SP Moses Yamo stated he was yet to receive a briefing on the incident but promised to investigate. With the Anambra governorship election set for November 8, 2025, the People's Democratic Party appears to be struggling, while the All Progressive Congress and the All Progressive Grand Alliance strengthen their strategies. Once a dominant force in the state, the PDP now faces dwindling influence, unlike in 2021 when they fielded multiple aspirants. The party has only registered a little-known candidate, Honorable Jude Ezenwafo, whom insiders describe as a proxy. The party's state secretary in Akwa is reportedly inactive with its office abandoned. In contrast, the APC has attracted several political heavyweights, including Sir Paul Chukuma, Professor Obiora Okonkwo, and Mr. Valentine Ezekpo, who have picked up nominations from PDP State Chairman Chief Chidi Chidebe insists efforts are ongoing to revive the party, citing outreach to aggrieved members and the establishment of standing committee. However, many believe the party has lost its political grip, with some young people mocking its struggling by designing satirical campaign posters. Meanwhile, internal diversion persists within the PDP, with a recent Supreme Court ruling on the party's national secretary position adding to the turmoil. Zamfara State Governor Dauda Lawal has praised the bravery of 6 community protection guards and 4 local vigilantes killed in terrorist ambush in Akwa local government area. The operatives were returning from a successful joint operations with the Nigerian army, which resulted in elimination of several terrorists. The governor confirmed that 2 community protection guards and 1 vigilante remains missing. He offered prayers for the fallen personnel and directed immediate medical care for the injured while providing relief materials to the families of the deceased. 2 young sisters in Borno State, 13-year-old Hajara and 11-year-old Hawa, were brutally beaten by a man, Muhammad Shatima, for plugging mangoes from his compound in Pompomari, Maiduguri. The incident, recorded and posted online by Shatima's wife, sparked outrage and led to their arrest. The girls recounted that Shatima threatened them with a countless beating, causing one to faint. A passerby later rescued them. Their parents, shocked by the assault, took them for medical treatment, with the state government and human rights groups stepping in to assist. Borno State Authority, along with civil society organizations, have vowed to prosecute the perpetrators under child protection law. The police assure the public of thorough investigations, while government officials condemns the attack and pledged justice for the victims. Governor Alex Otis agreed to revisit the contentious pensions deals that required Abia retirees to forfeit 20 billion naira of the 30 billion naira arrears vowed by the previous administration. Initially, Oti defended the agreement, asserting that the pensions issued has been resolved after paying 10 billion naira. However, mounted pressure and a recent appeal from a clergy during a Thanksgiving service prompted his reconsiderations while expressing willingness to review the matter. Oti criticized the leadership of the Nigerian Union of Prisoners for alleged dishonesty, accusing them of backtracking on the deal. He emphasized that his administrations had made significant payments and suggested that past mismanagement contributed to the crisis. The Oyo State Rural Water Supply and Sanitation Agency has reaffirmed its commitment to expanding access to potable water through collaborations with relevant stakeholders. During a World Water Day event in Ibadan, the agency chairman, Babalola Afobaje, highlighted the government's investment in water infrastructure and climate resilience. Since 2019, under Governor Sheyi Makinde, Afobaje emphasized the global significance of glacier preservation, warning that rising temperatures and melting glaciers threaten water security, agriculture and ecosystem worldwide. While Nigerians lack glaciers, he noted that climate change-induced changes such as freshwater shortages and extreme weather directly impact the country. World Water Day, observed annually on March 22nd, raise awareness of global water crisis and promote sustainable development goals, ensuring universal access to clean water and sanitation by 2030. President Bola Tinubu has extended condolences to Katsina State Governor Dr. Diko Umaru Rada on the passing of his mother, Hajia Safaru Umaru Bari, who died at 93 years. Tinubu described her as a selfless woman who nurtured generations of leaders and left a lasting legacy of integrity and community service. He prayed for souls and comfort for the bereaved family. Similarly, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, also commiserated with Governor Rada, pressing Hajia Safaratu's dedication to humanity and the moral upbringing she instilled in her children. He noted that her passing leaves a significant void. The Southern Governor Forum, through its chairman, Governor Dapo Abiodun of Ogun State, described her death as heartbreaking but emphasized the fulfillment of her life, particularly in service to her community. The forum acknowledged her unwavering devotion to family and faith, offering prayers for her soul and condolences to the Rada family and the people of Katsina State. Please stay tuned. We are going on a commercial break. We'll be right back with more exciting update on Som TV.
Attention Taraba! Here is a public service announcement to all youth groups and organizations in Taraba State. The Senior Special Assistant to the Governor of Taraba State on Youth Affairs, in collaboration with the Special Advisor, Youth Empowerment and the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Taraba State Chapter, invites all youth groups in the state to register for Taraba State Youth Transformation Initiative. Registration is free. The Taraba Youth Transformation Initiative is strategically designed to identify and equip youth groups with skills to enhance youth development. Registration will take place in all the 168 political wards in Taraba State. Registration starts 31st of March 2025. Venue: all local government secretariats across the state. Don't miss out. Register your youth groups today and take a step towards unlocking your full potentials. Join us and let's build a brighter future for Taraba youths. Ambassador Emmanuel George, JP, SSA, Youth Affairs, Announcer.
Welcome back. Coming up next, we have the latest international business and sport news. In international news, Pakistan Army has successfully thwarted an infiltration attempt by Islamist militants along the country's western border with Afghanistan, killing 16 militants in an exchange of fire during the nights between March 22nd and 23rd in North Waziristan district. According to the army statement, the border troops effectively engaged the militants, preventing them from infiltrating the areas. Islamabad has long claimed that Islamist militants who attack inside Pakistan and against the army have saved happens in Afghanistan, a charge Kabul denies. The incident occurred while Pakistan's Special Representative for Afghanistan, Sadiq Khan, was on a two-day official visit to Kabul to discuss bilateral and economic issues. The visit highlighted Pakistan's effort to strengthen diplomatic ties with its neighbors amid ongoing security concerns. Going to business news now, Delta State has secured a 1 billion naira intervention fund from the European investment banks to address environmental challenges, particularly erosions and infrastructure threats. The funding, facilitated through the Nigerian Erosion and Watersheds Management Project, follows the approval and release of counterpart funds by Governor Sharif Oborewo's administration, positioning Delta as one of the 23rd beneficiary states. During a visit to the Secretary to the state's government, Kingsley Emu, National Projects Coordinator under Ayuba Yalax, confirmed Delta met all requirements for the funding. Emu highlighted past successes, including erosions control project in Ika North and Nature North, urging further intervention. Commissioner for Environment Jamani Tony Ejiro reaffirms the government's commitment, announcing new project at erosion site in Ekwenand. The meeting was attended by key officials, including Transport Commissioner Honoride Ogbofure and Environment Minister Permanent Secretary Mini Oseji. From the sport decks, the Sport Writers Association of Nigeria has pledged full media support for the 2025 African Women Club Volleyball Championship, scheduled to take place in Abuja from April 1st to 14th. During the courtesy, the Controller General of the Nigerian Customs Service, Bashira Dewale, discussion focused on strengthening collaboration to enhance the tournament's impact and promote volleyball in Nigeria. As the country's sole representative, the NCS volleyball team aimed to improve on its 2021 fourth-place finish, leveraging all home advantage to achieve historical success. The Nigerian Customs Service, the event's exclusive sponsor, has committed significant resources to ensure a world-class tournament, marking the first time the championship is being hosted in the region. Speaking on behalf of SWAN President Secretary General Ikena Okonkwo, commended the Customs Service for bringing Africa's premier club volleyball competition to Nigerians. He emphasized that hosting such an event underscores custom dedications to sports development, while SWAN is committed to providing extensive local and international coverage. FCD SWAN Chairman Kelechi Owudiwe assured that the sporting press in Abuja would actively promote the championship, reinforcing the relationship between custom and the media. Controller General Adeniyi expressed confidence in SWAN's role as a strategic media partner, highlighting the significance of the event beyond volleyball and reaffirmed Customs' commitment to sport promotion. The SWAN delegations include FCT SWAN Vice Chairman Victor Okoye, Secretary Samuel Amadu, and Welfare Officer Juwan Ichuku. That's all for this edition of News at 9 p.m. from Psalm TV. Before we go, here is a recap of the major headlines. Gombe State is on the verge of the major industrial breakthrough as the electricity substation of the Muhammadu Buhari Industrial Park nears completion. Dr. Gali Mustafa Tijani, the representative for Ajingi, Albasu, and Gaya Federal Constituency in Kano State, has distributed food items worth 470 million naira to his constituents as Ramadan palliative. Emeritus Catholic Archbishop of Abuja, John Cardinal Onyekang has assured Nigerians political leaders to exercise power responsibility, warning against abuses that disregard the welfare of citizens. On the international scene, Pakistan Army has successfully thwarted an infiltration attempt by Islamist militants along the country's western border in Afghanistan. In business news, Delta State has secured a 1 billion intervention fund from the European Investment Bank to address environmental challenges. From the sport decks, Swan pledges media support for 2025 African Women's Club Volleyball Championship. You can also follow us on Facebook at Psalm TV and on YouTube at Psalm TV Live. I remain Bridget James. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.
Attention Taraba! Here is a public service announcement to all youth groups and organizations in Taraba State. The Senior Special Assistant to the Governor of Taraba State on Youth Affairs, in collaboration with the Special Advisor, Youth Empowerment and the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Taraba State Chapter, invites all youth groups in the state to register for Taraba State Youth Transformation Initiative. Registration is free. The Taraba Youth Transformation Initiative is strategically designed to identify and equip youth groups with skills to enhance youth development. Registration will take place in all the 168 political wards in Taraba State. Registration starts 31st of March 2025. Venue: all local government secretariats across the state. Don't miss out. Register your youth groups today and take a step towards unlocking your full potentials. Join us and let's build a brighter future for Taraba youths. Ambassador Emmanuel George, JP, SSA, Youth Affairs, Announcer.